When it came to creating the titles for our video, we conducted research into many similar products. One of these that stood out in particular to us was Rack City. In this, they use a freeze frame with a title in the corner to introduce characters. We replicated this within our video to also introduce characters, and it allows the audience to get an easy grasp on the narrative. We also challenged the codes and conventions of what a stereotypical music video would have, where you have the title as a separate title. However, we included it on a prop within the video, writing it on a coffee cup.
When it came to the setting and location of the video, we had to look at some similar music videos of the same genre. One in particular we looked at was Spose. He used a lot of local areas to where he lived. We decided to try and take this on board with Mixi and discussed with him whereabouts he spends most of his time and where he interacts with his fans most. A lot of the time this happened to be uptown, his gigs, and just in general hanging around uptown and bumping into people. For this we decided to have a look around the local area around town for nice filming locations. One which cropped up was outside the cathedral. This was a nice location because there were some nice archways, good lighting and a vast area to shoot in. We decided to try and find a nice coffee shop to try and create that sort of intimate first date style theme. Stereotypically, date scenes tend to happen within a coffee shop. We had a look at the two best coffee shops that we could find for this sort of scene. First was Nero's. This is another coffee shop within town. It has a nice upstairs area where you could get quite a nice intimate feel. However, we didn't feel this was sufficient enough for us. We then decided to take a look at Starbucks, another massive coffee house branch. This coffee house branch had a very nice little hidden away area with nice sofas. We originally planned to shoot there, however on the day of shooting it was taken. We then adapted and used another seating with a window and a nice windowsill. This then allowed us to take photos for the digipack and vice versa the website. This scene challenges the codes and conventions for a stereotypical rap video. Usually this would take place in dull, lurky areas where people do drugs and stuff like this. This is mainly because the term rap is now associated with criminal activity. However, this song tries to break those codes and conventions by being about romance and love and heartbreak and breakups.
When it came to costume, we deviated from what would be stereotypically accepted from a rap video. This would normally be high-top trainers, graphic hoodies and the such. However, we went with what you'd expect to see normally every day from ordinary people. Myself playing the new guy and Serena playing the girl, we were told to wear bright coloured clothing as we were representing the present time, which was happy. Connor, who was playing the ex, he was told to wear dull clothing as he was representing the past, which was an unhappy time. Mixi was told to stick with what his normal attire would be every day, so he would still be associated as a rap artist. With props, we also yet again deviated from what would be stereotypically expected from a rap video. In a rap video, you'd normally expect to see things such as flash cars, money, alcohol, drugs, etc. However, in our video, the only two props are a flower and a coffee cup. This challenges the codes and conventions of a rap video. The flower represents the relationship in the video, and since the song was about breakup, we thought this was very appropriate. This is most noticeable in the final scene of the video, where Connor, playing the ex, walks towards the edge of a car park roof, where he's going to jump off. The flower is dropped off, signalling the end of the video and also the end of the relationship.
The coffee cup is another crucial prop. This is because it helps to link together both the past and the present. This is to do with the relationship. For example, you see the couple enjoying coffee together, first date, love in their eyes. Then it goes to a scene of the present time when the guy's on his own, reminiscing, wishing he was back at that moment, holding the same coffee cup, wishing he was there. It's then also used again in the video when you get a scene of both the ex and Mixi drinking at the same time. The clips fuse together, and this is to help establish how Mixi is singing from his point of view, and the ex, played by myself, is just signifying him and playing his role within the whole breakup. One of the technical aspects was the camera work. For this, we had to consider how to frame the shots, how to position them, and how to set up the camera. For example, we shot with a 50mm 1.4 f-stop lens. This meant that we could get a nice bokeh, the creaminess within the background, making it blurred out, making the foreground and what's in focus the main point. Another way we used this was by looking through some bars in Starbucks along where Mixie was sitting. We looked through these and these helped us frame his face, making him seem like the main point of the focus. Whilst doing this shot, we had to consider the focusing. For example, if we used autofocus, the autofocus might jump to the bars, bringing Mixie completely out of focus. However, if we didn't adjust the focus, he might come out of focus by us moving around him too much. This was mainly due to the fact that we shot at 1.4 f-stop. This caused there to be a very small plane of focus, meaning that we had to be very precise in how we focused it. To do this, I used the rig and then used my hand to manually focus the lens. This managed to create a nice effect as I could drop it in and out of focus as much as I wanted, opposed to relying on the camera deciding what should be in focus. As I said a minute ago, we used a rig. This rig was a simple fold-out rig that helps us add a little bit more stability when we couldn't use a tripod. For example, there were some walking shots within Starbucks. This would be near enough impossible to shoot with a tripod, and it would not give us the effect we wanted. For this, we had to use the rig. This added the stability of using a tripod, whilst having the manoeuvrability of doing it on a handheld camera. Saying that, we did use some shots with a tripod, mainly for pan shots. For example, the shot of both Zarina and Liam, the new guy and the girl, walking past the X in an archway holding some flowers. This allowed us to have a nice smooth pan motion whilst they walked across past me and then it freezes on myself.
Our video begins with a scene of the girl waiting to meet the new guy. However, as said before, the titles are mainly what introduces the audience to the narrative.
The narrative of this becomes almost instantly apparent when you can see flashbacks of both the ex and the girl. They meet up within a coffee shop and you can see them having a good time. It then flashes back to reality, once again using the editing to create this effect. This then allows the people to realise that it's someone reminiscing good memories of a happy couple. This sets up the seed in their mind that there's a possibility that there might be a breakup within. As said before, our video challenges the closing conventions of the rap genre. This is mainly due to the fact that Mixie himself challenges the closing conventions of the rap genre. This is mainly through the song Windowsill being about a heartbreak, whereas usually a rap video and a rap song will be about drugs, sex, violence. However, we did decide to try and claw back a little bit of the genre by one, making Mixie wear his normal clothes, which people might assume and associate with rap music and rap videos. We then also further did this within the digipack by writing across the coffee cup, Windowsill, and the name of the title and the name of the album. We did this in a graffiti style mannerism.
Throughout our video, we linked the lyrics and the video together. First off, the lyrics talk about getting the girl to come, have a drink, have a chat in a quiet little place. For this, we decided to have a shot of Connor and Zarina, the ex and the girl, having a drink and having a chat in Starbucks. Again, in the lyric, I grew accustomed to your face, we have a close-up on Zarina, the girl's face. This is to link the lyrics and the video together. A bit later on, there is a lyric, fingertips slip on the glass. For this, we have Mixie gently run his fingertips across the glass of the window he was sitting next to.